All right, thank you for waiting and thank you for coming this early. My name is Mochi. I'm going to talk about not masterclass, but I'm going to talk about strategic visualization from the book, the first chapter. But before I get in to the content, let me introduce my new book, Masterclass. I hope that most of you guys already have it. If you don't, it's available here. This is a book written by me and Mark Olsen. We did a seminar in Marbella, Spain 2 years ago. We had like 8 hours seminar, 4 hours me, 4 hours him. And so this book contains all the seminars we had. This is available, this is 418 pages. I admit there are lots of blank pages, so it's easy to read. And the hardcover is $89, soft covers is $65. And in the book, we have 4 chapters, strategic visualization by me, and backgammon by me, and game plan by Mark Olsen, cube action by Mark Olsen as well. Each chapter consists of explanation, an example, and 15 quiz problems. So you read book, you understand theory, you practice, you see how you do. All right, and okay, this is good. So my chapters, strategic visualization, we're gonna talk about it now. And the backgammon is, I think it's like revolutionary because there are not many books written about backgammon. Quite recently, the one book is published by Alex, so I'm very excited to read it. But other than that, there's actually no book written specifically about backgammon. There are articles here and there online maybe about backgammon, but it's not really organized. Also, when you ask strong players how to play backgammon, they're gonna say, "Oh, you need experience, right? You have to play. You have to have talent or whatever." It's not like I make it more like scientific background, so you have a simple base to start with, and you can measure the timing of backgammon. Like timing is a key of the backgammon, but it's just not really good way to measure it before my book. Anyway, so that about my backgammon. Also, Mark Olsen wrote about game plan and cube action. That's fantastic. I really love it. I read it twice. Okay, so let's talk about today's content. Strategic visualization. This idea came up about 15 years ago. Since then, I developed my idea, I practice, I use it, so I improve my way of thinking. My way of thinking is very different from others, I would say, because I'm not gonna, when I see the position first, I'm not gonna calculate anything. I'm not gonna do, remembering or thinking. I simply do, for example, this 6-5, yeah? This is the first example, but I will not think about how to play 6-5. I actually think, what kind of position do I have? Priming or blitzing? What kind of position does he have? Priming or blitzing? After I figured out which position do I have, then I play according to the position. So it's not like I'm trying to find out the best play with 65. First, I gotta find out if I have priming or blitzing, or if he has priming or blitzing. Then I have to figure out how to play 65, so a specific number. Okay. So what is the priming position, or what is blitzing position? We have some idea, vague idea, but let's specify this. So the On the left-hand side, there's a priming position. On right-hand side, this is a blitzing position. This is a typical structure of blitzing and priming. Right. So let me talk about typical feature of the priming position. It's summarized in one word. It's so simple. The position that makes a prime easily. For example, 5 point is made. The builders are well placed. So he has many numbers to make a bar, for example. He has many numbers to make a deuce, 4 point, and maybe he can make outer point easily, right? So it's quite easy to make a prime. And also this is the same. 5 point is not made, but 1, 3, 3, 6, 1, 3, 1, 6, and 3, 6 makes a 5 point, and many more numbers make a bar point, then some more numbers to make 9, and etc. So you can imagine that white can make a prime here, right? So prime position. Points are not stacked, right? And deep points are not made, and spare checkers are well placed. And I just found out I made a huge blunder. I have to give you guys a handout. So prime position, points are not stacked, deep inner points are not made. If ace point or deuce point is made, it's not a prime position anymore, because imagine if you have ace point, it's impossible to make a prime, right? And spare checkers are well placed, meaning that spare checkers is not in 1 point or deuce point or 3 point. It's well placed like 6 point, 8 point, 9 point, 10 point, 11 point, so that you can make a point easily. On the other hand, blitzing position has a different features. As you see, ace point is already made, and 3 point is already made, so deep points are already made, and it's very difficult for him to make 4 point or 5 point or bar point. So you can imagine a position like this, white cannot make a prime easily. It's like impossible. And it's the same here. I mean, how do you fill up 5 point or 4 point or bar point and make a prime here? This is very difficult. By the way, this is a position after double 5, and this is a position that we showed in the beginning. Anyway, so it's very difficult to make a prime. It is a typical feature of a blitzing position, okay? So points are usually stacked, like huge stack on 6 point, maybe stack on 8 point, and deep points are made, ace point, deuce point is made. Spare checkers are placed too deeply, so meaning that you have spares on the 3 point instead of like 6, 8, 11, So if you have a spare on the 3, it's very difficult to make a prime, right? So let's go back to the original position that I showed in the beginning. So before I think about how to play 6-5, I deleted 6-5 already. Let's think about what kind of position does white have, for example. Any ideas? Prime position, yes, great, thank you. So 5 points made. This is stacked, but this can be unstacked, and the bar point gonna be made, in the future, and bar point, 4 points, 3 points. So you can still imagine that you can make a prime, right? And what about the block? Blitz. Yes, it's a very typical blitzing position. Easy to remember. If you or your opponent roll double 5 in the beginning, it's gonna be a blitzing position, So here, 6 point is stacked. 3 point is already made. 3 point is already too deep, and very difficult to fill up 4, 5, 7. So I have a priming position. He has a blitzing position. Priming versus blitzing. I have prime, he has blitz. Okay, now I know the strategy. By now, maybe you have a sheet, and there is a strategy sheet, but you can check it later. Let's apply the strategy. I have a priming position. What does it mean? I want to make a prime. I want to prime him. He has a blitzing position. What does it mean? He wants to blitz, so I don't want to be attacked. I don't want to help him. I don't want to split. I don't want to be attacked. So I should go for a prime. I should not split, because if I split, it gives him a chance to applying his strategy, okay? So 6-5. So finally, we go back to the original position with 65. The best play here is 6 and 5, 2 downs. The reason is this is the best climbing play. Okay, this is the best climbing play. If black down roller 6, white can form a climb quite easily here, right? And typical mistake would be 6 and 5 run. But then you don't have an anchor anymore. And he has like 10 checkers in the zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 armies in the zone. So he might attack you. Like he might roll like double 5, for example, or he might attack you later. So it doesn't make sense to help him by breaking the anchor. And as a matter of fact, let's think about other laws. How do you play 6-4? Yes, Justin?
2 down.
2 down, like that. Okay, how do you play 6-3?
Same. 2 down.
6-3, 2 down. 6-2, it's actually 6-2 is 6 down and 2 up, but still, you're not gonna split. 5-4, you 2 down. 5-3, 2 down. 5-2, 2 down. 5-1, 5 down and 1 split. 4-3, 2 down. All I'm trying to say is that you never touch the backman because he has a breaching position. So don't give him hood. You know what I mean? Don't help him by splitting. He has a breaching position, and you have double 3. Okay, double 3, double 4, double 6 is different. It's a joker. So you can, of course, you can step up double 3. You can step up to double 6, but it's not splitting the backman. It's not giving him a chance to attack you. So all I'm saying is that in this position, he has a blitzing position, you have climbing position, you never touch the backman. Then you are safe, Yes?
It's only for a double 5, yes? If he got a 5-3 and close the 22 point.
Yes, 5-3 is very different. 5-3 is different. Because after 5-3, you still keep the checkers on the midpoint, and you're actually using checkers on the 6 point, so it's different. But we're going to see more problem, so you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's take a problem. I'm going to show like 7 problems. So 3-2, war white. And don't think about 3-2 first, okay? As I said, what kind of position do you have, and what kind of position does he have? It's actually, sorry, I actually showed the answer. So white has breaching position, right? And black has prime position. So your strategy as a white is attacking him, and his strategy as a black is priming you, okay? And you have 3-2. And obviously, the best play is attack him. So 2 and 3 because you have a breaching position. So do it, And the typical mistake would be 2 hit and 3 down. It's more like priming play. You are still trying to prime him, but it's more efficient to hit both and go for a prime because you have breaching. You gotta hit twice and go for a breach because you have a breaching position. You don't have a priming position, so you don't go for prime playing. So 3 down and 2 hit is wrong. 2-3 double hit is right.
Would you hit twice with 4-3?
4-3, yes. 4-3, yes. If you could hit twice, I think most numbers you have to do it. Even double 2 maybe.
4-5.
Oh, 4-5. Who said that? That's a good idea. I think 4-5 would be double hit as well. I did not check, but I'm very certain that you have to double hit with 4-5. Good help, thank you. Next one is 5-1. Again, we're gonna follow the same procedure. What kind of position do we have as a white? Priming, obviously, yes. And what kind of position does black have? It's a blitzing. Okay, it's not exactly a double 5, but it's similar to double 5. It's a, the 3 points already made. 6 point and 8 points are kind of stacked, and 4 and 5, 7 are very difficult to make. So black obviously have a blitzing position. So white has a priming play, and blitzing has a blitzing position. So meaning that white should go for a prime, as in the first example. So 5-1 prime versus blitz. You should not split because he has blitzing position. I don't want to be attacked, no split. I should go for a prime. So you come down and slot. That's the best play. Very, very often people plays 5 down and 1. I saw many, many times in the charrette, in the tournament, in the heads up, whatever, and people don't doubt themselves because 5-1 in the opening, 5-1 is the best play. So, you know, they are just trying blindly follow the opening rule, right? But here it's very different. Now, if you split, you give him a chance to attack. By the way, why you wanna split the backman?
Not to get primed.
Huh?
Not to get primed.
Not get to prime, right? Because yes, but don't jump. Because I wanna make an advanced one anchor, right? I split so that I have more chance to make an advanced anchor. Makes sense, right? Then you have to ask yourself deeper. Then why do I want an advanced anchor, right? Because I don't want to be primed, right? But am I really getting primed, like in this position? Am I really getting primed? He's going to prime me in the future. I mean, it's possible, but it's very unlikely with the position that he have, right? So maybe I don't need to split, right? Then another question, okay? The same question, but maybe different answer. Why do I want to split the backman? You might say, because I want to maximize my chance to get out and run, you know? If you split, you have more numbers to come out, right? Then, again, you have to go deeper. Like, I like Zdeněk Zizka's book. He talked with himself. And why do I want to run? Am I up in the race? No, I'm actually down in the race. So in this particular position, I have no reason to split. I'm not getting primed. I'm not up in the race. Why I'm split? You know, so if you ask yourself like that, then you will see the reason why you split. Don't split just blindly because the split is right in the opening row. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go to the number 3. This is an interesting one. But don't think about 6-1. What kind of position do you have? Blitz position, because you have an ace point.
Yes.
And what about black?
Prime.
Yes, he has a prime position. Like he can make a bar, he can make a 4, you know, he can outer points. So blitzing versus priming. So the former example, we saw I have blitzing position, he has priming position, I double hit, right? But this position, I cannot hit him. He's smart enough not to split, right? So what do we do?
Come out.
Prime? You don't have a prime position and you still prime him?
13-6.
13-6, okay. No, I mean 13-6 should be, I mean,
24-18.
yes, 24-18 and 24-23 is the best play. And this is even harder. Maybe 92.5% players gonna just make a bar point, including myself, by the way. Before I came up with this idea, I did not understand this. You know what I mean? But if you think about deeper, like I should split to go for an anchor because I really need an advanced anchor now because he's gonna prime me, right? So before he developed his strategy, I have to get an advanced anchor. So it's perfect sense for me to split now. And especially, I don't have other options. I can't win the priming, but okay, you can make a bar point, so what? I mean, black is very comfortable staying here, and black can just make the bar 9-4, and black gonna make a nice prime here. So who is gonna win the priming bar here? Black's gonna win. because white cannot prime him, and black is actually down in the race. In the priming battle, down in the race is advantage. If you are up in the race, you're going to crunch faster, right?
How big is the mistake if you make the bomb?
That you can ask the computer. That I don't remember. That's my excuse. But I would say this is significant enough to include my seminar. So yeah, this is a very impressive play, I think. Okay, and in your handout, there's a strategy sheet. I call it a cheating sheet. So your formation is here, and his formation is here. And in the problem before, my formation is blitzing, and his formation is priming. Okay, so blitz against prime is here. Attack if possible, but in the example I showed, there's no option to attack because he has an anchor. So then you should escape, because if you cannot attack, then you are in trouble actually, because he is priming you. So if you sit and watch what's going to happen, he primes you. So you have to act now, because right now you have a stronger board, right? You actually have a 3-point board, and he has only 2-point board. So if you fight now, you can win. You are able to win, right? But if you do this and wait what's going to happen, he's going to make a prime. So you act now. So if you're not sure what to do with the strategies, you can check. Okay, let's go. 3 more problems. 4-2. What kind of position does white have?
Prime.
Prime, obvious. And what kind of position black have? Blitzing position, yes. Actually, looks like a prime, but as a matter of fact, 3-point is already made, and it's difficult to make 5-point and bar point. Look at how small there's not many builders to make 5 or 7. So unless black rolls like double ace, all of a sudden, it's very difficult for him to prime. So okay, white has a priming, he has blitzing. What are you gonna do?
Prime down.
Prime, 2 down, exactly. Yeah, 2 down is the best play. But once again, many people split and down, but it's actually very wrong because it gives him many numbers like 1-4 double hit, like 3-4 double hit, or double 5, or even yeah. So it's not your plan. Your plan is quietly 2 down and try to make a bar without taking any risk here. Again, you have to ask yourself, why do I want to split? He's gonna prime me? No. And I'm up in the race? No. So I have no reason to split, So I just 2 down and make a prime myself. It's getting easier and easier, I think. White has a blitzing position, and black has a priming position. So, and although you have a blitzing position, you cannot attack him. He has no blot. So if you wait and see what's going to happen, he prime you. Okay, so you have to act now. Means that, yeah, go 20, go 20. It looks like a dangerous because you're exposing your blot against 3 builders. But if you look at the future, what's going to happen? Wait and see. He's going to make a bar. He's going to make a 5-point. Then it's more difficult for you to split. You split now, so it's actually safer than do it in the future. Okay, 61. Again, white has prime, and black has a blitzing position. Yeah, look at this spare on the 3-point. This is pretty bad for priming barrel, and the gap on the 4 and 5, So yeah, this is easy, priming against blitzing. And the play may not be so easy, but all you need to know is don't split, If you don't split, you're okay, you are safe. The best play is actually 6 and 1, but you could also play 6 down and 1. It's also fine. It's not a blunder. It's like small mistake. In backgammon, it's very difficult to find the right play all the time. All we should do is avoiding a big one, avoiding the big blunders. Unlike chess, you don't need to find the best play all the time. You just try not to make a blunders, okay? So in this position, you should not split. Don't give him food. Don't give him advantage to apply his strategy. So just make it. Okay, here is the last one, and actually one more bonus problem. What kind of position does white have? Okay, it's actually a blitzing position. It looks like a little bit like a flying position, but again, it's kind of hard to make 4 and 5. It's hard to develop your position. And what kind of position does black have? Yes, it's actually blitz. Both of them are blitz. Like, okay, black gonna make the deuce point, but then he never fill up 5 point and 7 point. So it's actually not a blitzing priming position. It's a blitzing position. So first time we have blitzing against blitzing. What you gonna do?
Make a point. 2 point. You don't split. Make the 2 point.
You don't split. Somebody said you don't split, and that's the right answer. What I have done 15 years ago was 200 blunder. So I play 6 and 4 run, right? And it's a huge blunder because if you think about it, you give him a deuce to hit, obviously, right? You give him a 4 to make, 6 to make, ace to hit to the ace point, 5 to hit the ace point. Like every number works for him, right? So the best play is to make the deuce point. The most important thing against blitzing is don't give him a blot. Don't split your anchor. Okay, I admit this is not beautiful play. You break the 8 point, you make a deuce point. It's not a nice playing play, but at least you don't give him, split. Okay, so.
Doesn't that change the position to blitz after that, once you make the deuce point?
Yeah, it's still blitz against blitz. And this is the final problem. I decided to add this problem because, like, a few days ago I was watching a Ustream, and there's one grandmaster playing this game, and he's in this room actually, and he made a mistake. So
That means it wasn't me.
You don't make the point.
okay, so this is very difficult problem, I know. So you can play 2 here and 1 here, or you can play here, like stepping up to 22, or you can make an anchor. You have like several options. What are you gonna do? Huh? Bar 22, because you don't wanna be blind. Okay? Justin?
I make the 23 point.
You make a 23, then you will be blind. Slot the bar. Oh, ace and deuce. Okay.
And to check it on 23 and then 6 to 5.
65.
Yeah.
This is what he made, and this is like cross the blunder.
Good job. You're a grandmaster.
And the best play is making a 23. Yeah. What is happening here? You are confused because you guys saw that the black has a priming position, so you need to split, right?
Too many checkers in the zone.
Yes, but I'm saying black has priming and blitzing position. He can go for a prime and he can go for a blitz at the same time. Black's position is so strong, so you shouldn't give him a chance to attack you. He has 10 checkers in the zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 checkers in the zone. So, and you have a weaker board, so you should not go the big play. You wait here, and you actually have a big advantage in priming battle. Okay, so this is actually, you could also say priming against priming. So you make an anchor, make sure that you're not going to be attacked, and you try to make your own prime here. Yes, that concludes my seminar. If any questions?
So Mochi, I have one.
Yeah.
The gentleman back there that made a mistake, he said, I'll come in on 23 and do a 65.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he attacks, it's going to be pretty deep attack though, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be attacking you on 23 and 24.
Uh-huh.
But isn't that like too deep?
Yes, that's a very good question. So he said 2 and 1, and I said that white might be attacked because you have 2 blocks, and you say that it's going to be too deep to attack this on 1 point. You are right, and that probably caused him to make a mistake. However, he doesn't need to attack right now. He might attack you later, like 1 row later, 2 rows. Maybe he has more builders. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you might not roll an ace
to anchor up.
To anchor up, And so you make sure you have an anchor, right? Then you do yourself, right? You do your job, okay?
Thanks.
When you look at the numbers,
Yeah.
You see that most winnings you get by slotting the bar.
Uh-huh.
Can you say that this is the best DMP play then?
Yes, about 24-9-7 is the most winning chance, but you could lose more gammons. Obviously, that's why you're making a 23 is the best play.
My question is, when you look at these numbers, can you say that the best DMP play is to slot the bar?
No, I would actually just make a 23. I just feel it.
I mean at DMP.
DMP. DMP.
I guess you also play differently, so I'm not sure whether these numbers are also valid for DMP.
I'm gonna play as a DMP 1 point match. I play ace and deuce here, so you maximize your chance to form your prime.
Yeah, but this was not really my main question. I mean.
Okay. We can check with the computer later if you want.
No, I mean in general. I mean these numbers come from playing XG against itself, certainly, at this match score. Yeah.
Yes.
This match score. And can you say when you see that the most winnings you get by slotting the bar, can you automatically say that this is also the best play for DMP?
No, it's not, but we can talk about it later if you want. Hi, Phil.
Yeah, I got them all right. What's my price?
Oh, your price is a book.
I got them.
Okay.
Sorry, by making 23 points,
Yeah.
I mean, you've got no flexibility in terms of timing.
Uh-huh.
Stop. How do you justify it? I mean, in terms of timing, also, the white for the best timing.
Oh, you mean if you make a 23, it's very difficult to form a prime here.
No, you're saying you're priming yourself.
Oh, okay. No, it's actually not, because look at the timing. You are down 22, he's up 22. So if it goes to the priming battle, you have an edge. I admit that you don't have enough builders to make a new point. But sometimes you make a new point anyway. And all I'm saying is by splitting, it's so dangerous for you to be attacked, and you might get gammon. So make a 23, and if you still have difficulty to understand, you can play it out a few times and you will see. All right, thank you for attending my seminar. And if you guys still haven't bought my book, I recommended it because this is a good book and I can make money. So, so come and get it, and he will take the money, and I'm gonna give you a sign if you want. Thank you very much.